Hello everyone. You're probably wondering what does this guy want from us. So I want you to give me a few minutes of your time. I'll explain everything simply, not in details, but I will do my best to cover as many points as I can to deliver what I'm trying to communicate with you. So before I tell you who I am and why I'm talking about what I'm talking about today, let me give you a quick agenda of what we will discuss. So in this video, the first slide we're gonna go over is the data, what if. And secondly is the unknown, and the curse of knowledge. Third is I'm in my 20s and I'm pretty sure everyone listening to me, they still entertain the philosophical question of who am I, right? And then you will meet our bro Marcus. And last but not least, what's in it for me? That's the acronym for /education. Very weird titles, but I promise you by the end of the video, you will either like me or you will even hate me much more after these 30-40 seconds of weird introduction. So let's get started. Okay. So what if I tell you, I have all the information here because it's hard to remember it. So I have everything on the screen. By the end of 2026, close to 8.5% of the workforce will retire in this industry. We're talking over 11,000 employees. And 17% of the entire workforce, they're over 55, right? So boomers, these are the guys we usually fight with in the office and they hate us, but we love them. Actually, I would argue that in some cases they're closer to us than some people in our age. Very weird kind of love-hate relationship. Sorry, boomers. And you do not have enough qualified external candidates. And you have another issue, which is resignations and retirements are outpacing recruitment. So there is a huge gap in this industry. It's a very, I'm okay describing that as a ticking bomb, honestly. Ticking bomb for the industry itself. However, it creates an opportunity for Gen Z and the generations after that over the next few years. And the most shocking one is that 44% of the HR team in this industry, they report that the general public, so the average Joe, doesn't understand what insurance careers are up, which is 30 percentage points up from 2017. So you probably know what I'll be talking about now. It's the insurance industry, specifically the property and casualty. I do not have any information on the life side of things and all of that, to be extremely clear. So now let's get to the next slide. The curse of knowledge. So when we know something, we get really, really judgmental. And we often wonder, why the hell is X or Y doesn't know what I know? So you get so detached and divorced from reality that you put everyone else under scrutiny and you just get tyrannical with your judgment. In some cases, even very harsh. So this is a graph that shows you the percentage of different departments that will retire by the end of 2026. So you have senior management that's at around 15%, middle management 13%, going to HR, legal, sales, claims, underwriting, broker agent, IT and data analytics. And this video I cannot of course cover what each and every position will entail. However, again, that's a very high level kind of a quick synopsis of why this is underutilized and actually goes unnoticed with the upcoming generation and the younger workforce, including my generation and the one joining very soon. So here, let's go to the next one. So you're probably wondering, who am I? Okay, I don't want to get into this rabbit hole of I want to have a mental breakdown or existential crisis on camera on YouTube, but the reason I have this and I want to tell you who I am actually is just to give some credibility and tell you where I'm coming from. So my name is Sohaib Zekry. I went to Dalhousie University here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I went to their School of Business. I worked in different industries since I graduated in like late 2020, early 2021. So COVID class. Needless to say, guys, I graduated during a crazy time. Anyhow, without getting into much details, 3 years ago, I was having a cup of nice Turkish coffee in the morning and I was scrolling on Indeed because I hated my life and I hated the job I was doing. And I finished my 1 year experience so I can apply for the permanent residency. And for any international students slash graduates, you guys will know what exactly I'm talking about. So I was fed up with my job. The only reason I was doing it is because I have no other option and I need to get my paperwork and everything done, right? So I went on Indeed, which I usually actually rarely go on. I used to apply for jobs on LinkedIn or I go to the companies like the portals directly. I found a position called the Commercial Trainee Program offered by BrokerLink, which is owned by Intact. It's like a 2 year rotational program where you get a little bit of everything. You do sales, you do account management, you do like billing, you do customer service, like the branch work, underwriting, you shadow like some of the top talent in the industry. I'm like, holy shit, that's like a solid opportunity. So I literally applied for it and I forgot about it. 3 4 months after, I get a phone call from Leslie Campbell. God bless her. One of the best managers I have worked with. She called me and I actually forgot what that company was doing because I didn't know them till I actually applied for the position. I never entertained getting into insurance. So went for an interview. The second one, rest is history. I worked, I got my education done, which I will explain over the next slide. And I have been in the industry for 3 years. I work exclusively with businesses. I'm a commercial insurance broker. And more importantly, I own Zekry Commercial Cleaning, which is a commercial cleaning business for office buildings and post-construction cleanup. That's what I do on the side. So this is where I'm coming from. I have been in the industry for 3 years and I believe wholeheartedly there is a huge opportunity in terms of working on it. I'm not telling you that you should like go get employed or start your own business. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I got an opportunity that people didn't tell me about and I didn't know it did exist at the time, and I found it by accident. And my goal from this video, if I can draw your attention to it and get you learning and actually like help you pay your bills, get a decent job, to have a shelter and roof over your head, I'm happy. I don't give a shit about liking this video or sharing it, but if it benefits one person, then be it. So let's move to the next and everything will make sense eventually, I promise. So here, now, meet your bro, Marcus. And no, for my fellow nerds out there, I'm not talking about Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism and all of that, even though it played a huge part in my life. But no, I'm not going to talk about philosophy. First of all, my English is not that advanced yet. And secondly, no one will listen to me. So let's get started with Marcus. So I want to explain to you the differences between personal lines and commercial lines. So not only I'm going to be talking about the opportunity, I gave you the data, I gave you a quick breakdown of everything. Now I want to give you a real life example on how that job is done. So Marcus, he's like a 31-year-old young professional. He just started a new position. He's making way more money than his previous job. And since he's going to be making more, he's now okay and financially comfortable to go and get a car. He got some money saved up from his other jobs. He went to make the payment. And now he went to dealership, got scammed as usual because he knows dealerships, that's what they do for a living. And he got his financing done. Everything is good. Now, before he picks up his car, they require insurance from him. So what he will do is he will go on ChatGPT, because I don't know, or Claude, because I don't know who uses Google anymore, and he will look up like a nearby car insurance. Depending on how good the marketing is in his area, a few options will pop up. He will pick the phone and call someone to give him the vehicle, or her, the vehicle information to get a quote. This person is the personal lines broker. Then Marcus, a few months in, he's like, I need to leave that shitty hole I live in. I want to upgrade and go to a better place. So if you're in Canada, especially, so let's take Toronto for an example. You live like in a, outside of Oakville. Now you want to live that fancy lifestyle and you want to go to Oakville itself. What you're going to do, you're going to look for a place to rent, and then the landlord will ask you for tenant insurance. The same guy or lady you call for your personal lines will be doing your tenant insurance, right? And fast forward with Marcus, he meets the love of his life at work. Let's say her name is Julie, okay? And Julie fell in love with Marcus, and he fell in love with her, and they started a family. They want to get married, or they want to start a family, sorry. What they now do is, okay, he can't stay in the condo or the one-bedroom apartment. He has to upgrade and get a mortgage, because his job is getting really, really well and things are moving fast. What he's gonna do is he will call a real estate agent through his network and start looking for a mortgage, right? He gets the mortgage, he gets the property, and now he's going to be looking for home insurance as well, and he calls the same personal lines person, and so on and so forth. So basically anything that you use for your day-to-day life, whether that's for Marcus or for Julie, they will reach out to the same personal lines broker. If they're going to do any changes, so let's say they do renovations for their house because Marcus didn't want to, but Julie was kind of mad at him, and the whole marriage was at risk, and he did his math and realized going to court is not a good idea. So he sees this and he's like, okay, let's do the freaking renovations, whatever. Then they go and they upgrade the property. Then there is an account manager who will be dealing with this stuff with the personal lines broker to get that service done. So you can think of it, the account manager will be some sort of an assistant or admin employee working with the personal lines broker. Okay, that's the personal lines. I hope I explained that well. So now 10 years into his marriage and 2 kids, and his life is not going well with Julie. He wakes up one day, looks into his phone, and the algorithm, like some miracle happened, and he found David Goggins yelling the living soul out of him to do something about his life. So Marcus stares into the abyss, and he's like, holy shit, yeah, I gotta do something. He decides to quit his job, go start a software company. Okay? And while working on that, and he had an amazing idea after quitting his job, and he has only 2-3 months worth of savings, so he needs to get this done as soon as possible. He starts a software consulting company, and he realizes when he gets the first client that they need a proof of insurance, or to make sure that he's properly covered. And he's like, oh, I don't have that. So he goes again on his phone, Claude or ChatGPT again. I don't know who uses Google. If you do, I feel bad for you. He looks up business insurance or software insurance. Depending on how good the marketing and advertising in the region, same will happen. A lady or a guy will answer the phone, and they will try and take the information from him. Of course, there are so many caveats and nuances to that, but they will do their best to take information about the business, and they will go out to insurance companies and try to get him a rate, because that's the whole idea behind being a broker. You're a middleman, you're brokering a deal, you're getting 2 parties together and doing the best for your client. So yeah, you will get the best quote for Marcus. And that's it. They will proceed and Marcus will work with his first client. So let's say Marcus keeps growing and he add another component or another service to his consulting business, whatever that is. So he gotta let the insurance company know. So the insurance company will be, okay, we can do that. But on the back end, the person working with this, that will be the account manager. So the account manager will be taking any changes or any additional information on the existing business, and he or she will be helping out the commercial broker, right? And help with the back end stuff, the billing, invoicing, and all of that. So that's basically what an account manager is and what a commercial producer is. So I hope that made sense, guys. I made my best to make it as simple as I can. So now, why is this not moving? So here, okay. Now, you're probably wondering, like on the education part, how can I not guarantee, solidify, or have a concrete ground to stand on when I'm in the industry? So what I'm about to say, you don't have to get it before joining. Actually, some companies will cover the expenses for that. I was lucky to get this, and my previous employer, which is Broker Link, did cover all of this for me, which again, I'm grateful and lucky for. I'm no longer with them. I work for a local independent broker called Bold Insurance here. And I will have a disclaimer in the comments down below. Everything I talk about here is exclusively mine. It has nothing to do with my previous or current employer. It's just my own views, okay? And now let me go just put this up here. Okay, you can think of the insurance education side of things. I'm pretty sure you guys know or heard about the CPA or CFA. If you have not, I don't think you need to finish that video. You have bigger problems in your life to try and solve. So basically the CABE and CIP, they're the equivalent of the CPA and CFA, but in insurance. So CABE, this is the one I did. This is like the brokerage's favorite. So when it gives you huge leverage to brag and talk nonstop to your coworkers in the hallway about how smart you are. Like, to give you the heads up, clients are not going to give two shits about any of that. So this course, the CABE, is offered by the Insurance Brokers Association of Canada. You have 4 courses in total, and it's mostly tailored for anyone in sales like myself who works directly with people, or if you want to start your own brokerage. In Canada, insurance brokerage, you have to have the 4 courses. So when you take the first 2, you're level 1. After you pass the second one, you're level 2, I think. Yeah, then after you finish 4, you're level 3. But anyhow, there are 3 levels to it, and you cannot start your own brokerage unless you finish 4 of them. Very well respected, renowned designation. And on the other side, you have CIP, which is broader and more focused on each and every topic in insurance. It's 10 courses in total. It includes personal, commercial, underwriting, claims, and risk management as well. And again, both of them, they're very universal. They work everywhere, whether you work for a broker or a direct underwriter. Direct underwriter, you can think of that like TD, or like companies that you work with directly. There is no middleman. So yeah, it's very well known too. I don't think there is one that's better than the other. It all depends on what you want to do. And you can, of course, if you have serious mental health issues and you don't mind self-loathing and hating and questioning your life, you can absolutely take both, no problem. So now I got you guys, like, I'll have all the sources down below. All the information on this, I got it from the Insurance Institute of Canada and pioneering recruitment agency that works with insurance companies to help them with their hiring. I will have everything I got the information from in the description. So this is basically these numbers. Again, it's based on the data in 2025 that the recruitment company got. It can be way more than that. It can be slightly less. But I personally know people who make way more than that. But let's see. So entry level, like kind of jobs, 0 to 2 years, or intermediate 3 to 5, senior 6 plus, director 10 plus years. We're talking that's Ontario. So an account manager in commercial lines, if you're starting, and keep in mind most juniors, they only have the general license because there is a provincial licensing requirement in each province. So we're not talking about CABES or CIP yet. It's mostly guys or girls like starting out, sometimes even without a university degree, and they will take that amount. I'm not gonna go through each and every one, but that's a quick like breakdown. You can pause the screen and take a look into that here. And by the way, guys, the claims representative, when shit happens and you call your insurance company to let them know what happened, the person answering the phone, this is the claim person. And then you have the adjuster, that's a very known position too that you will see on the other slide, is basically the person investigating what's going on and making a decision about it. So yeah, the adjusters are usually the one getting like all the drama and stuff, because they have the final say in what's going on. So that's Toronto, and now you have Vancouver. Okay, you have commercial lines, auto, like branch manager. These are different positions here. And the underwriter, to give you guys the heads up too, an underwriter is basically the person that decides if your business, your property, or your auto, it can be covered, and if covered, what coverages are offered and at what price, if it's a high risk, low risk. So they basically determine how risky your business is, right? That's what an underwriter is. And now you have in Alberta, this is the range too, and I don't think you would want to piss anyone off in Alberta, right? They will destroy you, so be careful with people over there. So here, then we go to the rest, some other provinces, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and we have Quebec. So you guys, of course, can screenshot all of that. But yes, that's pretty much it. And once again, I only have 30 subscribers on this channel. I don't know if anyone is gonna even bother seeing this. And I don't think I did a good job explaining everything, but I only prepared the slides. It was hard for me to practice what I'm gonna say because I'm more of a very unscripted guy. I cannot follow a script. So that's my LinkedIn, Sohaib Zekry, and my Instagram. I cannot, of course, I do not work with a recruitment agency. I have no affiliation with anyone, but I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions if you have any. So feel free to give me a follow on LinkedIn or my Instagram. That's where I'm active the most. And I wish you guys all the best. Everything in this video, I hope someone told me after I graduated. It would have saved me so much time. So whatever you're going through, keep hustling, keep the faith, don't lose hope, and you're not in this alone. Take care.